Check, 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 check. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's volleyball action on the Red Lion Network. I am Jared Glassford. So glad that you guys could join us as the Lady Spartans of Missouri Baptist University come into town to take on your LCU Lady Red Lions. And we're in for a very exciting volleyball matchup coming in here as LCU fresh off of a dub last Saturday with a rare doubleheader that you see in the NAIA. First set against conference opponents Cross Ridge. The Lady Pioneers went to 5 sets, LCU losing a heartbreaker, but then they were able to bounce back in the second match for a complete 3-game sweep of the Lady Pioneers. So we're in for a very interesting matchup today. LCU got a lot of momentum on their side. As you see, they're in their home red uniforms, minus Karis Horton, libero in the away black, red trim. Missouri Baptist in the blue uniforms, libero wearing the white jersey. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy Bologna will set to serve. Her serve gets over, will be returned that time, and Missouri Baptist will strike first. That is Adroja Stojevic, very tall competitor right there, standing in at 6'2", the senior from Serbia. And she's going to be a force amongst the front row all night for the Lady Spartans. So they strike first. They will get to the serve on the side out. First serve of the night will be the libero Ariana Macy's, 5'7" senior out of Santa Fe, Argentina. So very multi-ethnic group we have here for the Missouri Baptist Lady Spartans. And that serve goes over a dart hit to the back row, not going to be able to contain by Michaela Foltz. And Missouri Baptist once again strikes, and they will go up 2-0. The serve on its way from Macy's. She tosses up in the air, jump serve near the line, and a hard hit serve just barely clears the net. Not going to be able to bump in the air by Hazard, and 3-0 is the score for the Lady Spartans. And the serve up. Now LCU going to have some chance in offense. Hazard with the swing. Going to be contained and controlled and hit. Once again, 2 kills already for the 6'2" senior Stojevic. And she keeps finding her spot, and they keep hitting her right there. And she's able to capitalize. 2 kills already for the senior. And that'll bring up now Macy's again to serve. The serve up on its way. Very hard hit serve. Foltz not going to be able to hit that within play, but Horton goes and gets it. Back to Foltz, and she'll get it over with. Macy's on the return. Gets it over to Vargas. Vargas on the swing, and that hit is going to be out of bounds just barely by Dodd. LCU scores first points of the night, and Franny Nod now with the serve. Franny Nod, the freshman from Hebron, Indiana, and hope you're able to hear a little bit of the national anthem. She has a very beautiful singing voice, a very good rendition of the national anthem, and very talent that we have here on the LCU Lady Red Lion team. As Claggett now hits it up in the air, Hazard with the swing. That's going to be blocked, and it will be returned. Good effort that time, as now Price, the very dangerous middle hitter, has the ball. Claggett now swings forward to Hazard. Hazard takes the swing, will be met by a block party by the Spartans, as Claggett just barely gets it over and scores, make it 4-2 now for LCU. As Nam will go back to serve. As I mentioned, the freshman, Hebron, Indiana, by way of Lowell High School. She went from being a Red Devil to a Red Lion. Here we go now, as excellent hit and third kill of the match is Stojevic. She finds her spot, a very good hard hitter, as the Spartans go up 5-2 in this one here in set number 1. Once again, I'm not familiar with the collegiate volleyball game. Got to be the first one to score 25 points, but more importantly, or is equal importance, you got to win by 2, and that counts as a set. And then we go 3 sets out of 5, and that will be the match. So here we go now. Missouri Baptist with the ball, has control, and excellent back row hit that time by Lattimore. And Horton not able to dig that one up, and Missouri Baptist up 6-2. Once again, like to interact with us on social media, hop on Twitter, give us a hashtag GoRedLions. Once again, that's hashtag GoRedLions. You can tweet at us your setup, how you're viewing the game, who you're viewing it with. You can even ask a couple questions. We'll try to get those answered throughout the night. Whether you're rooting for the Spartans or the Red Lions, go ahead and hop on Twitter and hashtag #GoRedLions, and we'll get interacted with. It's excellent nuts again hit by Stoyevich, and Stoyevich continues to be a force along that front row. It looks like she is, she does have a lot of power on it right now. She's definitely getting very good time swings for the placement along the baselines right now. Here we go now, 7 serving 2. Cleggett now kicks over to Price. Price takes a swing at it. Price, one of the most dangerous hitters on the Red Lions arsenal. And the block party by LCU going to hit that in play. Price with the middle row hit. And Jordan Price able to not get the kill, but that one will be returned by the Spartans. Cleggett again gives it to Price. And that one not going to be able to dug up by Lattimore. And LCU will be back in control as they trail 7-3. Phoebe Olden now will check in for the first time on the libero switch from Horton. That'll mean that Sam Hazard, the lone senior on the team, is supposed to be set back to serve from Atlanta, Illinois. Her serve, a line drive to the back row as Stoyevich takes another crack at it and scores once again for Missouri Baptist. As Hazard checks back out, Horton comes back in. And here we go now. As mentioned, Isidora Stoyevich, the 6'2 senior from, we got Belgrade, Serbia, will come out here. By way, she previous was at Mineral Arena College. Blitter Cup Small at Volleyball Club at Belgrade, and Missouri Baptist will score again to go up by a score of 9-3. Here we go now, Stoyevich. Serve is up, and a line drive into the back row will be dug up by Null. Null to Cleggett. Cleggett hits it over to Olden. Olden takes a very good swing, but going to be returned this time by the Spartans. It's a block party met, and good effort that time by Null. And a hustle play not going to be rewarded. However, as Missouri Baptist once again will score, they now lead by a score of 10-3. Here we go now, Stoyevich on the serve. Line drive, hit by Null. Null hits it the opposite direction. Good hustle by Horton, but not going to be able to put enough heat on that one to put it back in play. And the Spartans now lead 11-3. So hot start from Missouri Baptist in this one. Very good volleyball team coming into this one. And the hit up in the air. Another good serve hit to the back row. She likes that spot. All of her serve seems to go right there. Good, excellent hit by Olden, but it goes out of bounds that far sideline. As Missouri Baptist now goes up by 9, 12-3. Here we go, Stoyevich. Hit right to Fultz. Fultz to Cleggett. Cleggett going to hit it up to Price. Price going to try the baby hit, and it goes right over the defense, but going to be returned. Excellent hit that time, but even better dig by Fultz. Price, excellent spot that time by Jordan Price to hit it on the weak side. And we have a point and a side out for the Red Lions. They only trail by 8 now, 12-4. Jordan Price now set back to serve the junior by Fulton, Illinois, transferred here from Webster University. Excellent addition to this Red Lions team she has been. Here we go now. Her serve going to be returned and killed that time by libero Ariana Macy's. As we have a substitution, number 16, Tessa Snyder, going to check in, the freshman from Fenton, Missouri, by way of Rockford Summit High School. And Snyder set to serve. Snyder serve does not get over the net, though, and I believe she's going to check right back out. And we do. We got a sub on both sides. For the Red Lions, we have Alicia Smith, number 29, and for the libero sub. Gotta love those in the game of volleyball. You check right in to just check right back out. Leah Cleggett now on the serve. Good swing through, and that's going to be a score by Emma Lattimore. Sophomore from St. Louis had a really good hit to put it in play. As Missouri Baptist now up 14-5. You remember, Coach, if you watched the last game in the last interview, Coach McCauley of the Red Lions said Missouri Baptist regularly one of the top-ranked NAIA volleyball teams, so you knew this was going to be a struggle. And definitely LCU coming out maybe a little flat-footed as Olden, great swing that time to score for the Red Lions. But LCU got a ton of young talent on their side of the net. And we're definitely going to be in for a good one tonight. Here we go now. Karis Horton, one of two returners on the team. The libero from Albion, Illinois, by way of Brescia University. On the serve. Goes over and believe LCU was over the net. Yes, they were. Point going to go over to Missouri Baptist. They go up by a score of 15-6. Like to give a little shout out. My man Tyler Basso watching, tweets eating wings and watching the game with my other boy Jake James Carter. Two of my homies right there as they tweet hashtag Go Red Lions. Glad that you guys could join the stream tonight as LCU scores to trail 15-7. So it'll be 7-14. And we have the freshman T-Sizzle from Havana, Illinois, Tracy Melania. And Melania's serve hit to the back row by Lattimore. Going to be swung through and hit down straight to the ground by Carly Wise to give Missouri Baptist a 9-point lead at 16-7. As we get a substitution, Michaela Fultz checks back into the game for Tracy Melania and the Red Lions. Here we go now. Macy's, her serve, returned by Horton. Horton to Smith, and Price hits it over. The setup now by Missouri Baptist. Excellent swing through and hit that time by Stoyevich. They now lead by 10, 17-7. Coach McCauley will call timeout, which means we're going to take our first timeout here ourselves. You're watching LCU Volleyball here on the Red Lion Network. Welcome back after the timeout. Missouri Baptist leads LCU 17-7. And they will have the service right here. Libero coming in. Macy's serve going to be dunked up by Hazard. Over to Cleggett. Cleggett swings it from right to left over to Price. And this is going to be returned by the Spartans. And hit that time by Dodd. Blocked by Smith, but Smith not going to be able, Red Lions not being able to get after that. That hits the deck. Missouri Baptist now lead up to 18-7. Macy's on the serve. Serve going to be a hard line drive over to Horton. Horton to Cleggett. Cleggett to Hazard, met by Black Party for the Spartans. And they're still able to do something with that. And once again, Stoyevich awarded the point for the Spartans. Once again, give a little shout out to our line judges tonight. We have Isaiah Hamilton and Ian Pence. Isaiah on the far side on LCU. Ian Pence on the close side for Missouri Baptist as that serve goes over the far baseline, which awards LCU a point. Franny Null set back to serve, number 17. Her serve up on its way, and that's goes a little right to middle side serve. Returned by the Spartans. LCU will get a chance with it, and Null hits that out of bounds. And right now, the Spartans just 5 points away from taking set number 1. A little delay real quick as we were fishing a ball out to play with. And here we go. Manuela Vargas out of Columbia College, going to come through on the serve. That serve goes up, will be returned by the Red Lions. Hit up that time by Hazard. Hazard not going to be able to put enough smoke on that one to get it over the net. And they trail now 8-21. Special Vargas, the 5'10 senior from Medellin at Columbia. So as mentioned, a very international team for Missouri Baptist versus a very local team here for LCU as that serve goes far and out of bounds. Give the point to the Red Lions. This LCU team primarily a very Illinois and Indiana based. Here we go now. Sam Hazard set to serve for LCU. 9-21. The serve hit up in the air. Macy's able to get under that. Got to do something with them. They do. They will be returned. Cleggett now to the middle to Price. Price met by a block party for the Spartans. As Olden takes a swing at that one, that sails out of bounds. Well, thought maybe it might have been tipped, but the officials see otherwise and make it 22-9 now in favor of Missouri Baptist. Here we go now. Stoyevich, number 3, set back to serve. Stoyevich, a high line driner, straight to Null. Null gets over to Cleggett. Cleggett tries to do something with the whip and goes right over the net, met by a couple blockers for the Spartans. And they send it right back, make it 23-9. The serve up by Stoyevich goes right into the net. On the side out, LCU will get in control. Tracy Melania will check back in, which means Jordan Price, the 5'9 junior, will be set to serve for the Red Lions. The serve by Price. Hit up in the air, will be returned. Stoyevich kicks it over. The weak side hit that time by Topolangani, and that scores as it hits the deck. And it's now set point for Missouri Baptist. And that'll bring Schneider back into the game. Set to serve on set point, 24 serving 10. Her serve going to be returned by Horton. Horton gets over to Cleggett. Cleggett in the middle of Melania. Melania will return at that time. Here we go. They hit to the back row by Lattimore, and they're going to say that was in. And Missouri Baptist takes set number 1 by a score of 25-10. We're going to take a break. We back here for set number 2 and more. You're on the Red Lion Network. Welcome back here as we're about to start set number 2. And if you missed set number 1, if you're just now joining us here on the Red Line Network, thank you. And hope you enjoy the production as LCU came up just short in that one as Missouri Baptist takes set number 1 by a score of 25-10. Noah Harris hops on Twitter, said watching the Braves, and Franny says let's go Francis with hashtag Go Red Lions. Just him and my boy Tyler Passo hopping on the Twitter hashtag right now. So if you'd like to interact with us, go ahead and give us a shout out with hashtag Go Red Lions. We'll interact with you on the stream as we're about to get set here with set number 2. Missouri Baptist will be on the serve again, which means LCU will receive. As libero for the Lady Spartans, number 4, Ariana Macy set back to serve. Her serve, a high one up in the air, going to be returned that time by the Red Lions, and return unsuccessful as that sails way out of bounds into the bleachers. And once again, the Lady Spartans strike first to the scoreboard. And the serve by Macy's. Hard hit over to Horton. Horton to Claggett. On the left side goes Hazard, and that's met by a couple blockers for the Spartans. That sails out of bounds. LCU scores. And Tracy Melania set back to serve. Freshman from Vanna, Illinois, her serve. A high flyer to the back row of the Spartans defense. The swing pass by Taplingani, and Taplingani makes quick work of that one. That was Raylan Hurd. Raylan Hurd makes quick work of that one, sent it right to the ground. Missouri Baptist leads 2-1. Manuela Vargas, senior from Columbia, set back to serve. Flat-footed serve goes right to left. Claggett now set up in the middle. Set to Price. And that's going to be returned. Nope. Goes out of bounds. Excellent hit that time by Jordan Price. And LCU just tied the ball game at 2 apiece. Here we go now. Franny Nall, set back to serve, and her serve goes straight into the net. Give the advantage back to the Lady Spartans. That'll bring to serve number 11, Maria Hanasek, freshman from Poland. And that serve up. Good. Will be returned. Jordan Price, the high flyer, kicks it over to the right to the defense. Macy's has it over, swings it over to the right side. Hollowingen not going to be able to return that one. And LCU ties the ball game back up at 3 apiece. This will be Sam Hazard now on the serves. Serving three. Dug up out of the ground. Here we go. Excellent dig that time by Null. A little misdirection by Claggett. Spartans now with the offense. Turns right into defense. Claggett up to Price. Price kicks it up. And good, excellent hit on the front row by Raylan Todd. And they go back up by 1. And checking into the match for the first time for the Lady Spartans, number 21, Sam Kerm, junior from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Her serve will be returned. Excellent hit by Price. She goes right to left with that one. Missouri Baptist now on offense. That one hit in bounds. Excellent spot by Liz Van Hallowingen. The sophomore from the Netherlands. As they now lead 5-3. Go Kerm on the hit. LCU in offense. Yes, in the middle to Price. Hollowingen takes a swing at it. Goes up that time to Olden. Olden going to be a little late on the hit. As Missouri Baptist doubles the score of LCU, they lead at 6-3. Kerm on the serve. Line driver to the back row to Fultz. Fultz hits to the Cleggett in the middle. Cleggett, Price, and Price slams it right into the body that time of Vargas. Vargas nowhere to go with that one. LCU will get the point. As we have a libero swap, double libero swap as Ariana Macy's checks in for the Spartans. Jordan Price set to serve for the Red Lions. And that hit goes out of bounds just by a hair. Give the point back to the Spartans, and they will have service. Liz van Hallowingen, 6'1" sophomore from Breda of the Netherlands. And her serve goes way out of bounds. Give the point to LCU. It's now up 5-7. Checking in for the first time here in this set, Alicia Smith, number 29. 5'5" freshman from Bloomington, Illinois, by way of Cornerstone Christian Academy. Lee Cleggett now to serve. Cleggett's serve goes right to left, and a misdirection, not going to be successful as Horton hits it up in the air to Olden. And Olden finds the back of the territory for the Spartans. Give the point to LCU. And the lead cut now to just 1. As Lee Cleggett, freshman from Kankakee, Indiana. Serve is up, gonna be, and that one's set to the ground. Excellent hit that time by Emma Lattimore. In the side out, control will go in favor of Missouri Baptist. Set to serve Emma Lattimore, 5'10" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, by way of Eureka High School. Originally went to Lindenwood University. As Cleggett hits the middle of Melania. Melania, and she's got herself a kill in this one. LCU showing a little bit of fight this set. That'll bring Phoebe Olden, freshman from Groveland, Illinois, by way of Morton High School, set to serve. And her serve hits shallow territory for the Spartans. Returns Cleggett of LCU over to Hazard, and it did hit the pole. Yep. Cannot hit the candy cane striped folds on either side or either end of the net. So point awarded to the Spartans. Their lead pushed back up to 2. Be a 9-7 as libero Ariana Macy's on the service. That serve, jump serve, dug out by Price. Price to Cleggett. Cleggett to Smith. And that hit. Excellent hustle that time, but a little misdirection as Emma Lattimore sends it the other way. And back to a 1-point ball game. Which means T. Sizzle herself, Tracy Melania. Sent back to serve. Her serve, line drive, straight to line judge Ian Pence. Point awarded to the Spartans. She'll check out. Michaela Fultz will check in. Side out controlled by Missouri Baptist. Manuela Vargas set to serve. And Vargas will be awarded with the ace on that one. Is LCU not going to be able to return? They now lead it 11-8. As her serve barely gets it over the net, but it does the job as Hazard not going to be able to get a hand under that one. Lead pushed back up to 4 now for the Lady Spartans. This ties their biggest lead of the set so far. Vargas' serve hit right to Smith. Horton on the recovery to Price. Price hits into the back row of Missouri Baptist territory. Price on the hit. Hit up in the air that time by Dodd. Toms gets it to Hollowingen. Hollowingen hits it over. And Fultz not going to be able to control that one. And the Missouri Baptist has their biggest lead of the set at 13-8. And 3 unanswered points right now for Missouri Baptist. Cleggett's And just excellent awareness that time by the 6'2 senior Raylan Dodd. Sends that right down to LCU territory. And they go up now 14-8. A substitution lineup for Missouri Baptist here in set number 2, doing its job as Vargas the serve to Fultz. Fultz hits it in there. Price to Hazard. Hazard with the back, a little bit of standing still hit, but it does get the job done, and that time just too much by Maria Hanasek. And LCU going to call a timeout as they trail 15-8, which means we're going to take a quick timeout ourselves. We're going to be back in here in just a moment here on the Red Light Network. And out of the timeout, Missouri Baptist with the commanding 15-8 lead as they have scored 5 unanswered points here in set number 2. Just joining us, that Missouri Baptist took set number 1 with a score of 25-10, and they have their foot squarely on the gas pedal right now here in set number 2. Set to serve, Manuela Vargas from Columbia. And here we go. Now Vargas to serve. A little bit of a flat footer, but gets the job done. Here we go. Cleggett. And the block that time. Access denied by Rylan Dodd at the net. Price hit will be unsuccessful. Give the point once again to Missouri Baptist. They now lead by 8, 16-8. And good hustle that time by Hazard, but Horton, a little bit of a misguided bump on that one. Lead now 17-9. Here we go now. Vargas set to serve. Her serve hits it right once again to Karis Horton. That'll be misguided. And the lead now to 10, 18-8. As Vargas been a machine right now with service for the Lady Spartans. She hits it right to Fultz. Fultz not going to be able to guide that one to the teammates wearing red, and Missouri Baptist now leads 19-8. Served by Vargas. Line drive. It right to Sam Hazard. And once again, Missouri Baptist squarely in control of this one as they are just 5 points away from taking set number 2. So we 20 serving 8. Served by Vargas. High flyer, and that one goes out of bounds. And if you're a Red Lion fan, that's exactly what you needed to see. A little stop in the momentum maybe as Franny Nall goes back to serve. An excellent service mate for the Lady Red Lions as that serve goes right into the net. And Missouri Baptist back in control with the service. They lead 21-9. That'll set to serve Maria Hanasek. Maria Hanasek, the 6'2 freshman from Poland. That hits. Price will be returned by the Lady Spartans. And they're going to say, yep, we had someone in the net. Give the point to Missouri Baptist. They lead now 22-9. So Hanasick, her serve, back to Price. Good hit bump that time by Fultz. As they're not going to get. And the hit by Dodd was blocked by Cleggett, but no one to back her up with that one. Make it 23-9. Cleggett with the set. Hazard hitting on the right side. Now Missouri Baptist gets some offense. Hollowingen hits it back over the red lines. Price hit in the middle. Good hustle this time by the Lady Spartans as Hollowingen stumps that thing into the ground. Set points here for Missouri Baptist. So here we go. Serve up by Hanasick. Dug up by Null. Null to Hazard. Hit to the right side, right to center. Missouri Baptist now with the ball. Blocked by Price, and that goes out of bounds. Give the point to Missouri Baptist, and that will be set number 2. They win by a score of 9-25. We're going to take just a short intermission. We'll be back here for set number 3 here at the Red Line Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to set number 3. If you're just now joining us, Missouri Baptist with a death grip on this match right now as they win set number 2, or excuse me, win set number 1 with a score of 10-25, set number 2 with a score of 9-25. But got to win 3 sets out of 5 And it's not over till it's over. See if LCU can come back to life here at set number 3 as they will be in service first. Missouri Baptist will be on the receiving end as Tracy Melania will have the serve, and that serve goes out of bounds. Missouri Baptist, for the 3rd time in a row, strikes first. Here we go now. Cleggett in the middle. Cleggett hits over to Hassard. Hassard on the left side hits into the middle side of the defense for Missouri Baptist. And off the head of Cleggett, but it will be returned. So tempted to use the announcer's cliche way to use your head, but I feel like I'm going to take the high road with that one. And here we go now. Missouri Baptist on offense. As that hit, good recovery by the Red Lions. They returned that one. Set up in the middle. And too much smoke on that one by Raylan Todd. As Missouri Baptist goes up 2-0. Set to serve Shannon McLean, freshman, 5'8" from Baldwin, Missouri. And Baldwin, Missouri native gets it over. She hits it right there. Excellent hit by Todd. Here comes the Red Lions. Fultz hits to the right side to Hassard. Hassard hits in the middle. Todd again. And that one goes out of bounds. LCU now with their first points on the scoreboard. We get a 1-2 ball game. Franny Null checks back in for the first time this set for the Red Lions. Serve up by Null. Missouri Baptist moving the ball around. They do return it. And good middle hit that time by Raylan Todd. 6'2" freshman from Fredericktown, Missouri. And now set to serve, number 11, 6'2" freshman from Poland, Maria Hanusek. And a new 6 serve, line drive to the back row of the Red Lion defense as Hassard, the right side hit, swings it over, and now it'll be Missouri Baptist ball. And Null not going to be able to contain that hit by Hollowingen. Give the point 4-1 now in favor of the Lady Spartans. Here we go, served by Hanusek. It's a new 6 serve. Too much to handle for Michaela Fultz. As they go up by 4, make it 5-1. Missouri Baptist, a perennial powerhouse when it comes to the game of volleyball, and they're showing their strengths here tonight. As that serve goes out of bounds, side out, going to be controlled by LCU. As Olden checks in for the libero spot for Karis Horton. Set to serve right now, lone senior on the team, 5'7", number 18. That's Sam Hassard. Hassard, excellent serve, will be returned over the net. Price, the give and go, back to Price, no good. Met by a block team of the Spartans. Olden, good cross-court hit, good spotting with that one. As LCU cuts the lead down to just 2, make it 5-3. LCU now showing a little bit of life. As Hassard serve sails out of bounds, caught by Ian Petz. And double switcheroo now for the Lady Spartans, number 9. Carly Wise, and serving number 16, Tessa Schneider. So on the double switch, Schneider goes up, dug up by Hassard. Hassard to Cleggett, left side by Olden. And access denied, play that time by Price, and Olden give the point to the Red Lions. And once again, back to just a 2-point game as Fultz will check out, Melania will check in. Up on that front row left side, Jordan Price set to serve for the first time in this one. And Price's serve sails just barely out of bounds, maybe by about a half a foot off the back line. And the point goes in favor of the Lady Spartans. It'll be now 7 serving 4. Excellent serve that time by Liz Van Hollowinken. Hollowinken, though, not going to dig that one up. Excellent hit by Phoebe Olden in the front row. As Noel will check out, Alicia Smith will check in as Lee Cleggett now will serve things away for the Red Lions. Serve up by Cleggett. Opposite direction hit, though. Got to be recovered by Missouri Baptist. A Price hits for the back row. Gives it over to Cleggett. Cleggett to Olden. And good hustle that time, but the block going to be too much to handle for the Spartans as they now lead by 3, 8-5. Set to serve things away, Katie Duncan, the 5'10 senior from Imperial, Missouri, by way of Windsor High School, transferred from Mineral Area College. As Cleggett kicks it over to Olden, going to be returned this time by the Spartans. Price has it for the LCU, and believe maybe a missed double hit that time. They're moving the ball around, and Olden hits it just out of the reach from Katie Duncan, and they scored to be trailed by 2. Phoebe Olden, the 5'10 freshman on the serve. Hit up in the air by McClin. McClin gets it over to LCU territory. Hit up that time by Duncan. Duncan finds her teammate Wise, and Wise sends it to the ground. Give the point to the Spartans. Their lead goes back up to 3, 9-6. His substitution now for Missouri Baptist as number 12, Raylan Todd checks in. Which means back to serve right now, Carly Wise, 6-foot sophomore from Breeze, Illinois. And that serve goods one at that. Going to be returned as Hazard. Excellent spotting on that one as that goes over the block. Point goes to LCU. Substitution right now as Nathaniel Machado, the 5'6 junior from Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil, checks in for the Lady Spartans. Michaela Foltz now on the serve. Foltz's serve, flat-footed, but a good one, left to left. And, the bump up by Cleggett almost lands in bounds for the Red Lions, but just an unlucky spot with that one. And McLean set to serve. McLean hit up by Hazard for LCU. Give and go that time to Hazard. No good. Missouri Baptist now with the ball. As good swing that time by Hazard, but it's going to be met by a double block by Raylan Dodd and Liz Van Hollowinken. The point goes and the possession goes back to Missouri Baptist. They lead 11-7 now. Serve up on its way from McLean. As Jordan Price hits it, free ball up in the air. Hazard has it. Missouri Baptist able to recover, though. Here we go now. Foltz, free ball up in the air. Dodd hits it over. Here we go now. Horton. Price got to do something. The Missouri Baptist now has control. Cleggett up to Hazard. Excellent volley, probably the best one we've seen all night. And they're going to say she was over the net. Give the point to LCU as they cut the lead down to just 3, 11-8. Here we go now. Franny Null set back to serve. As trying to do a swing through hit that time was Hannah Suk. But her hits Valiant effort, but a little short. Control back stays with LCU. Here we go now, as excellent hit through by Liz Van Hallowingen. And they go back up by 3. 12-9. Control goes over to Missouri Baptist. And we got a little bit of another Twitter interaction. Jake James Carter tweets, "These LCU chants are lonely when your dinner date doesn't chant them with you," at Tyler Basso. And Tyler Basso says, sorry, I got you. A little bit of a friend interaction going on. Tyler, cheer with Jake. Be supportive. But really, we appreciate you both joining the stream. Always really big supporters. And you know, if you're an LCU student, you would see those two on the front row. If we were allowed to have fans in this gym, it's very empty without you guys. But as we keep saying, please keep following the guidelines so that way we can get you guys back into this gym and get it rowdy in no time. 2-point game now, 10-2. Sam Hazard on the service. Hazard kicks it over to Missouri Baptist side, and the swing through hit by Katie Duncan. Goes off the block, goes out of bounds. Control goes back in favor of Missouri Baptist. And they got a double switcheroo once again. Teresa Snyder for number 16. Carly Weiss, number 9. Check in for the Lady Spartans. The serve up by Schneider will be returned. Claggett, left side to Olden. Olden pushes it to the back row. Sends Isaiah Hamilton. Excellent spotting that time by Olden. LCU with the side out. Melania will check in, which means Jordan Price set back to serve. Here we go now on the substitution. Ball going to be controlled by Abby Braswell from O'Fallon, Illinois. Her serve was good and returned by the Red Lions. Claggett hits in the middle of Melania. Melania tries to push it home, but met by a couple blockers. Number 9, Carly Weiss. Number 14, Katie Duncan. Lead push back up to 4. Definitely a lot more tightly contested match or set we have here in set number 3. As Olden, good scramble hit with that one, gets it over McLean. Kicks over, excellent block that time by Claggett. Lands on Missouri Baptist territory. Control goes back to LCU. 3-point ball game, 15-12. Lee Claggett now. And that serve, and she knew it right off of her hand, and that one was going to be too strong. It's substitution for the Lady Spartans is number 21, Sam Kerm. We'll check in, 5'11 junior from Bolingbrook, Illinois, by way of Naperville Central High School. Immediately, she'll go back in service for the Lady Spartans. Be 16 serving 12, and that one sails out of bounds on the far left side. Control goes back to LCU. Phoebe Olden set to serve. Be 13 serving 16. Olden, the one-hit wonder, gets it back over. Melania, and that, yep, thought so too, hits the far right corner. Excellent spotting by Melania, and we got ourselves a 2-point ball game, 16-14. Olden kicks it up in the air. McLean, back row to Wise. Wise defeats the block, lands inbounds, 17-14 now. And they got ourselves, 2 subs coming in. I believe number 12, Raylan Dodd. Number 13, Nathanielen Machado. Set back to serve. Junior from Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Serve up by Machado, too strong. 2-point game, 17-15 now. Michaela Fultz will check in for the Red Lions. Freshman from Mattoon, Illinois. And the Mattoon native will get the ball to serve and just barely gets that out of bounds. 3-point game, 18-15. As the substitution for the Lady Spartan, Liz Van Hollowingens checks in for a front row spot, which means serving for the Lady Spartans, number 17, Shannon McLean. Missouri native hits it right to Karis Horton. Horton moves the ball to her teammate. Block party, though, unsuccessful as it sails out of bounds. Point goes to LCU. Franny Null set back to serve. The serve up by Null, 16 serving 18. McLean has in the middle. An excellent spot that time over on the far side by Hanusik. And Hanusik is awarded with the kill. Lead back up to 3, 19-16. And she will go back to serve for the Lady Spartans. Free ball up in the air, and another kill for the Lady Spartans as Sam Kern hits the free ball down. And right now, Missouri Baptist just 5 points away from taking the clean sweep of the match. As that serve goes out of bounds, give the point to LCU, 20-17 now. Which means Sam Hazard now set to serve, the lone senior, one of 2 returners on this team. Very young team for LCU. As Claggett now has it in the middle of Price. Price hit by a couple blockers. Olden hits it back in the air. No, Price gets it over. Missouri Baptist now with the ball. Hit by Kern. Kern kicks it over to Fultz, and Fultz not going to be able to get a good grasp on that one. It sails out of bounds to the far sideline. Missouri Baptist gets the point on, and say sub 2. Carly Wise and Teresa Schneider checking in. And Schneider immediately goes back to serve for Fent, Missouri. Hits it right to Franny Null for LCU. They eventually get it to Jordan Price. Missouri Baptist moving the ball around, have a good 3-hit set. In the middle of Claggett. Claggett hits his way over to Olden. And the point going to be awarded to LCU on that one. Is the lead cut down to, once again, just 3 as T-Sizzle checks in for LCU. Jordan Price set to serve. Serve up by Price, a flat-footed serve to the left side of Spartan territory. As Hollowingen hits it out of bounds, says line judge Ian Pence. Give the point to LCU now, 21-19. LCU got a little bit of momentum now. Flat-footed serve once again by Price, does the job. And free ball back up in the air, batted down towards Missouri Baptist territory. Claggett now has it. Olden on the near side. An excellent recovery that time. Missouri Baptist, Bologna in the middle. Hits it backwards. Extra recovery by McLean. Price to Claggett. Over to Olden. Olden the swing hit. That's going to be returned as well. Excellent volley we have going right now as Hollowingen hits it into LCU territory. They will be awarded the points as they lead now 22-19. And subbing into the match, number 2, Abby Braswell. The 5'8" sophomore from O'Fallon, Illinois, by way of O'Fallon Township High School. Played her club match with High Performance St. Louis. The hit up that time. Good serve as Claggett not going to be able to get it out of the net. LCU now leads 23-19. As Braswell serve to Null for LCU to Claggett. left side, and are they going to call the double hit? Yes, they will. And Missouri Baptist now with match points. Here we go now. Olden kicks it over for LCU. Missouri Baptist moving around. Excellent block that time from Melania. Schneider kicks it over to Kerm. Kerm hits it over, and here we go. Melania in the middle. Slams it right on the head of Shannon McLean. Excellent spot right there from Tracy Melania. LCU now within 4, 24-20. Here we go now. The serve by Lee Cleggett. Going to be returnable, and it will be returned inbounds, and that is the match. And that will be the match. Missouri Baptist takes it in 3 sets. A complete sweep for the Lady Spartans. Set number 1 going 10-25, 9-25 in the second set. And LCU fought back with a valiant effort as they drop set number 3 by a score of 20-25. We're going to have just a brief second break, and then we will continue on with the post-game wrap-up here in the Laughlin Center. And welcome back. Just to look ahead of what's coming up next for the Red Lion athletic programs. The women's soccer team will be back in action against Great Lakes Christian College. That game will be at Friday, October 16th, this Friday at 2 o'clock start time, and then they'll be back in action Monday, October 19th. They'll face Waldorf University. That's at 2. And then the Lady Red Lions that you just saw, the volleyball team, will be back in action to face crosstown rival Lincoln College. That'll be on the Red Lion Network. That game will be on Tuesday, October 20th at 7 o'clock p.m. And then Thursday, October 22nd, the men's soccer team taking on Faith Baptist Bible College. And wrap it all up with your look ahead. The Lady Volleyball team will be in action Saturday, October 24th to take on Hannibal LaGrange University. That game set for a 1 o'clock start. So that'll do it here in the Laughlin Center. I'm Jared Glassford. Thank you for joining us here for LCU Volleyball here on the Red Lion Network. So long, folks. Have a great rest of your night.